what we are going to talk about is the two players that performed the best last week. Yes, just yesterday, the NBA announced the players of the week. And would you believe me if I told you in the Western Conference, it was Dylan Brooks, whose team went 3-1 without Devin Booker. Dylan Brooks averaged 28.8 points, 4.5 rebounds, and shot 54% from the three-point line. And would you believe me even more if I told you that in the Eastern Conference, it was Brandon Miller who brought home the player of the week? His team went 4-0. Brandon Miller averaged 26.3 points, 5.8 rebounds, and he shot 50% from three. Fellas, let's talk about these two guys. Jordan, are these two dudes?
Wasn't Drench talking about trading Brandon Miller the other day?
John, I'm gonna put that shit on me. You got me fucked up. I ain't said that shit.
That was Doma who did that.
Oh, that was Dama. Oh, okay, my bad, Drench.
Yeah, I said Dylan Brooks should have been an All-Star reserve. That's what I said. But
I'm not
hey, man, Ron. By the way, to answer your question, those are two dudes. Sometimes when Dylan Brooks let his hair down, though, you might have to ask him his pronouns. But for the most part, those are two dudes.
Shout out Dylan Brooks and Brandon Miller, fellas. Thoughts on this? Well deserved.
I mean, they both played well.
They bought out for sure.
Yeah,
For sure.
Shout out to Dylan Brooks getting some recognition.
Hey, man, shout out DB. DB been doing this thing, man. Shout out me, though. Y'all niggas know. Y'all niggas supposed to, when I get on the panel, for you niggas ever disrespect me, and it's the guys in the chat mainly, you niggas should always say, shout out to Jordan for calling that Phoenix Sun shit, though. Y'all should give me that respect every single time before you open your mouth and disagree with me and say I don't know ball. Y'all should do that every single time. So it is what it is, though. But y'all gonna forget that, though. You know, I ain't gonna trip, though. Y'all gonna forget it. Y'all gonna say I never said
Jordan. Jordan, shout out to you for predicting the Phoenix Suns and Dylan Brooks.
There we go. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
Jordan,
also shout out to you for saying that the Suns won this trade.
Jordan, with this Phoenix team,
with
this Phoenix team, Jordan, but before the season started, you were high on Phoenix because I didn't think they would be this good. I thought they were a playing team at best. I didn't like where the scoring was going to come from. I didn't like the offense in terms of who was going to run it. When you saw this team, like what were you seeing that was better than what I was seeing?
Structure. They didn't have no structure playing with Kevin Durant and Bradley Beal and no point guards and shit like that. They didn't have any structure. They had too many scores. You had too many guys that got to make too many sacrifices. Winning championships don't come with everybody on the team making a scoring sacrifice. Winning championships, sometimes you just got to accept this guy does what he do, and we got to accept that, and we got to move around it. Ain't no such thing as change the way everybody on the team play. So when I saw they got rid of Kevin Durant, they added Dylan Brooks, and then I'm like, Devin Booker can be Devin Booker now. He looked uncomfortable for the past couple of years. He can be Devin Booker now. Then I'm like, Dylan Brooks coming over there, and he's gonna bring that attitude. He's gonna play hard every single night. You got to live with the bullshit shots he take night in and night out. You got you add a big like the Williams kid
and Mark Williams.
Yeah,
sure.
I like the Malawat too. He's not getting as much tickets as I thought he would get, but and then you still got guys like Royce O'Neal, Oso Iguodala. It's shaky sometimes in and out. Another guy, Grayson Allen, and then you added how you say that kid name from UConn? I mean Villanova. Gillespie. Yeah, you adding guys like that. Like you allow like they have what we like to call a team, not a superstar team. They have a team. It's so much easier to build around a bunch of average and role players than 4 or 5 superstars. So I was like, when I'm seeing this, I'm like, oh shit, this makes sense. The attitude is right. It makes sense. Now, do I think they're gonna win a championship? Nah, I can't see that. But at the same time, I can see them contending, and it just really depends on Devin Booker.
Yeah.
How much would Devin Booker rise in a playoff series? So that's what I saw.
To your point, I felt like with moving off of Bradley Beal and now bringing in Jalen Green, I just thought that it was going to be that situation all over again, except Jalen Green is younger. Like him and Devin Booker are just bumping into each other, only except Jalen Green's been out of the lineup. I also was worried about the lead guard situation, not realizing that Colin Gillespie's backs have been really good for them.
And
Really
yeah,
good.
Jalen Green haven't even really been playing.
Yeah,
too.
he
That's
hasn't been
crazy.
playing. So, and now we're having the point guard situation the way it is with Colin Gillespie, being a distributor that he is, being able to knock down open shots, being a defender that he is, because he will compete on defense and causing not second chance opportunities, making plays for them to be able to get on offense. I think that that's great for them. The guy that, like, you guys know how I feel, the Milwaukee Bucks starting small forward is in Phoenix. His name's Ryan Dunn. The fact that Milwaukee passed on him, I'm still on that. And the fact that he actually got better this year. What's the big kid's name, Oz? I keep forgetting. I'm not talking about
Oso.
Say it again, Ron.
Oso.
Yeah,
Special
that's
Agent
him.
Oso.
I really like him.
Yeah.
I like him a lot. And to your point, Drench, I didn't see the vision in terms of them coming together the way that they came together, like the group. I just didn't think that the pieces would be as good as they were, and they actually are. This team is really good, and Dylan Brooks brings a tenacity. He brings an attitude that they didn't have last year. He brings another bucket getter, and I think he gives them confidence that they didn't have last year. So I like what I'm seeing with this Phoenix group. I do.
I think their next step. I don't think they should get another scoring guard. To be honest, I think they need in order for them to win the championship. And I know nobody's really picking them to win the championship, but I'm just saying to build off of what they're doing, because they should go to the playoffs and they should push your team maybe 7. I don't know, but the next step for them is to get a consistent scoring big. They can get a big that can score consistently. And it's going to be hard as hell to beat them for the next couple of years if they can keep these guys together. Where do they get that big from? I don't know, and it don't have to be a superstar. I don't know if he's going to be that good of a scorer, but we need somebody we can throw that ball down to.
They got Mark Williams.
I don't think they need him to be Drench. I think that he could be. I think he could be a guy who can get a bucket, but I don't think he needs to be a 24, 25 a game guy or 19 or 20 a game guy.
I don't. And I could be wrong. I'm not mad if I'm wrong about Malawach, but I'm saying I think we need one of them bigs that can consistently like give me like an Andrew Bynum to this team. Not saying an Andrew Bynum type in 2026, but I'm saying like, you know how Andrew Bynum just gave the Lakers some extra shit sometimes?
Yeah.
They need that. Like if they can get somebody like that, whether it's in a draft or whether it's through free agent, they need somebody that can just consistently just be that paint presence for them. I don't want nobody else on the perimeter. I'm cool with what we got on the perimeter.
When Mark Williams is good, though, he's really good. Like Mark Williams,
he is. But I feel like sometimes Ox, he got to be set up for. Oh, Sabonis would be a good one.
Most big guys got to be set up though. A lot of these big guys in the game today, they got to be set up.
He's a really good
offensive. He's a really good offensive rebounder. He chased down, but he's athletic. And
I want somebody I can throw it down to though, Ox, like Sabonis.
But I mean, even Mark Williams, I've seen Mark Williams catching on the block, and you know, he makes simple, basic moves. You know, I don't think it's wrong. Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with simple moves on the block, simple drop
quick
steps, simple jump hooks, turn and face, little bank shots. I love that work. That's simple footwork, nothing too, you know, not dream shakes and all that. Just simple moves. But I wanted to ask you just because you said that it's up to Devin Booker based on getting out the first round of the playoffs. I want to know, are they going to stay in the playoffs? Are they going to be a playoff team?
Where they at right now? What are they?
Well, they're
seventh.
They're seventh. They're seventh. They're 3 games ahead of Golden State. Six games ahead of the Clippers. So they're in the play-in. I'm saying, are they going to?
Jalen Green should be back to normal by the time All-Star break is over with. So I think I would expect him to keep trajecting up. I can see them going on another 5 or 6 game winning streak when he does get his shit back together, and that can kind of cause some separation. But this team, this Suns team is good, but I don't know. And I don't know if they should do this. I don't know if they should trade for somebody at the deadline like Sabonis, maybe incorporate him in the offseason or something like that. But they just need one more guy. Like they just need, and I'm not mad at developing Mark Williams. Like if we can develop Mark Williams over the summer to be that guy, like you know, you remember when Greg Oden and Portland had two bigs that they would just use back to back. I want to say LaMarcus Aldridge was there too.
It was LaMarcus Aldridge. And
okay,
Greg
so
Oden,
them two. I remember like when Dame or even Brandon Roy, when they didn't have it going, it was like, okay, throw that ball down to them 2 bigs, and that shit would just ease so much pressure. And then you let the guards be the guys at the end of the game. If Phoenix can get that, I don't know.
Just so you know, Phoenix is they're half a game out the 5 spot. That's where they are right now. Yeah, they they actually are playing some good basketball. And I mean, we've been pretty consistent on our logic when it comes to Dylan Brooks. Yeah, I might not like some of his antics and his tactics, but the one thing I like about him is he's a baller. He 100% is a baller.
Fellas,
sir.
I do want to talk a little bit about the Charlotte Hornets and specifically about Brandon Miller.
Mhm.
Obviously, he is the Eastern Conference Player of the Week. He had a good week last week. I've been high on Brandon Miller since the draft, since he was in college.
What you like about him,
Now
Ron?
it's
What do you like about him?
The things that he has, it's what's funny? It's not ironic and it's not a coincidence that he was saying that Paul George was what he said the best player ever.
That's his
Or he said
prototype.
It was his goal.
That's his guy. Yeah, that's his
Yeah,
guy.
that's his
Exactly.
Mhm.
That's exactly what he gives me on the offensive end. I
Mm.
get that those type of vibes. I'm 6'7", 6'8", long, athletic, jump out the gym. I can shoot the three. I even got a 1-2 dribble pull up. Like he's just
Nice with the pill. Mm.
he's just nice on that offensive end. He's real nice. And so like he's the guy that I can see averaging 25 for multiple seasons for the rest of his career.
I don't
And
think
that's
ridiculous, to be honest with you.
I don't want to say that's on the low end, but that's me just projecting who he is right now. If I was to say, like, if I was to go off the rails,
when he came in, because we saw him in the summer league. If I remember correctly, we were up here when I saw him in the summer league, and I didn't like what I saw at all. I was like, oh boy, this doesn't look good at all. But then I thought to myself, when he gets with LaMelo, I think LaMelo's gonna supplement a lot of the stuff that he does in transition. A lot of that stuff. And it actually did work. So where we are with LaMelo, where we are with this team today, and I've already said it, Penn, and I'm not going to beat a dead horse with this. I think the health has been the biggest issue with the Charlotte Hornets. The fact that these guys have been able to be on the floor at the same time for an extended period of time, and we have been able to get a look at what they look like. Brandon Miller, LaMelo Ball, Musa, Bridges, Con Knipple. We actually get an opportunity to see what this group looks like. Not for a week, not for a couple of games. We actually get an extended period of time to see what this group looks like. It actually looks good. It does.
I think that was last year we was talking about Brandon Miller. You know, when everybody was saying LaMelo had that ass roster, and I was like, Brandon Miller on the team. He just didn't play that many games.
Yeah.
But I already knew Brandon. To be honest, Brandon Miller's draft class, I think he was probably my favorite player in that draft class. Like when I was seeing what he was doing in college, I was like, nah, I fucking like Brandon Miller. Like I was like, bro, I like his game because he a big ass guard, pretty much. I mean, you could say he a 4B, a big ass guard, pretty much.
How big is he legit? What are we looking at? 6'8"?
That's
6'7"?
crazy.
Like
But,
6'9".
I think he about
6'9",
6'8", 6'9". I think he's close to that.
6'9".
see, that's ridiculous, yo. Like
I think he about
to have
6'8".
that, and like I'm higher on his handle than you guys are. I'm higher on his shot creation than some people are. I think Brandon Miller can just get to it. The biggest thing is he just needed to get stronger, and he needed to just learn the NBA game a little bit more.
Pace.
He
Pace
got it
change.
now.
And he can still, and you know what? I was just talking to my homeboy about Brandon Miller because like he can get so much better too. Like wait till he learn how to, when they put pressure on him or when they start giving him contact, wait till he learn how to just turn his back and just back him down and just back down, and then now he can play off a spin or he can play out of the post. Right now, he just so talented and skilled, and he young, so he try to get his moves off. You know, young players tend to get their moves off, and I think that's why so many guys been so high on Darren Peterson, because Darren Peterson don't do all the moves. He just gets straight to his chicken. Once Brandon Miller get that, all right, you trying to pressure me, shit, I'm gonna just turn my back like Kobe start doing. When he just start just turning his back and then he just start shit. All right, I could just shoot over the top. I'm 6'8", 6'9". I can catch that shit every time. You looking at somebody's gonna be a damn good scorer. I just think once the game slow down for him just a little bit more chill, Brandon Miller gonna be special.
And Penn, to your point, when you're talking about this Charlotte team, they've had some really good wins this year. Some really good wins, and they've beaten some really good teams that they wouldn't have beaten last year. One of the main reasons why they've done that, I feel like I watched the Oklahoma City game. There was a lot of ball movement in that game. I watched the Oklahoma City game. There was a lot of physicality. They basically matched Oklahoma City's physicality, right? So there have been games that I've watched this season. I haven't watched a lot of Charlotte, but I've watched some Charlotte games because I like Kalkbrenner. But I have watched some Charlotte games.
Y'all
where-
love Kalkbrenner.
I do like Kalkbrenner.
You like him better than Musa Diabate?
Yes, I do.
Oh,
I-
man.
Yes, I do. And I know
Mark's
how
gonna get
Mark's
mad.
Yeah, I do.
Can't teach everyone how basketball works, man.
We've actually had this conversation. He's just a big man. He does, and Musa does big man things too. I'm not going to argue that point. I think Musa does big man things too. But I feel like Kalkbrenner was bred like when you think about a racehorse, there's horses who run, and then there's race horses. And I think that Kalkbrenner is a racehorse. I think he's been bred to be a big man. I think that
because he don't cause problems, chill. That's why you saying that. He throw his hand up. They don't pass on the ball. He don't even say shit. He just
we need to talk about that, Drench, because you do need to get on. You need to get on these dudes when you don't get the basketball. You can scream at a guy in the damn ball over here, and he doesn't do that right now. But I feel like once we get to the point where he's more comfortable being a big man in the league, I think he's going to be a lot better. I don't think it's going to be in Charlotte. I don't. And the reason why I don't think it's going to be in Charlotte, because I don't think he's a backup. I think he's a starter. I think he's a starter.
Damn, no, if he ain't in Charlotte, his ass might be out the league, though, chill. I ain't going to lie. Some guys, when you just take them off the team, they get out the league.
No, I don't think that he's a young guy, and I think that with him being in a different situation, you can have two young bigs somewhere, and one of them is just better, and the other one is just as good and could be a starter, but it's just not going to work here. And I think that I feel like with Kalkbrenner, it probably can work somewhere else.
It's the panel. Religion get built on cam. Where the chat throw smoke and the host go ham. You ain't never seen hoops all hit the raw. Every take got weight, every night we drop. This that barbershop. Courtside, worldwide tone. Welcome to the only show that really feel like numbers jumping like the score.